Hey, what's up guys? Movie Maniac here. Continuing on with our marathon of Godzilla reviews, Godzilla against Mechagodzilla. Which that one I don't have either. Wait. Godzilla against Mechagodzilla? Don't you mean Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla 3? Or Godzilla versus Kiryu, since what they're calling him in this one? I don't know, that's kind of a weird title. Even like in Japan they call it Godzilla X Mechagodzilla, which that seems pretty nice. But I think it should have been called Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla 3 or Godzilla vs. Kiryu, because that's what they call them. But anyways, back to the... So anyways, let's get to the plot. Now, you're going to be surprised with this one. Again, this is another direct sequel to the 1954 movie, and just ignoring all the previous ones. Even ignoring Godzilla 2000, Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla, Godzilla, or GMMK. Like, why? Why do they keep doing that? I have no idea. Anyways, so in this one, Godzilla comes back again, doing some sort of another story how Godzilla came back from the deep depths of the sea again. Anyways, but people in Japan realized that Godzilla's back, and what they decided to do, they found the original bones to the 1954 Godzilla, and they had those bones and turn it into Mechagodzilla, or Kiryu. Which is actually kind of interesting. This movie should have been called Godzilla versus the original 1954 Godzilla. That's what they should have called this movie, because it's the old Godzilla fighting the new one. That's pretty interesting. So, yeah, I mean, most of the movies is all about the humans trying to get Mechagodzilla in control, because it'll start, like, malfunctioning, and some of the Godzilla cells inside the bones would, like, corrupt Kiryu to, like, just try to, like, it'll corrupt Kiryu, that remembering that, that it's Godzilla, which I think that's pretty interesting the way how they do that. I mean, not like in Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla 2, except that one's completely made out of metal. This one's bones and metal, which I think that's pretty interesting. I mean, like Godzilla roars, and then like when Kiryu hears the roar, it's just thinking, wait, now I'm 54, now I'm 1954 again. Where have I come from? I'm gonna destroy a city, you know? I really like that. It is pretty interesting. So yeah, and also, Mechagodzilla has this thing on his chest. Well, for now I'm just gonna call him Kiryu. Kiryu has like this really cool chest thing that like shoots this ice ball thing that like whatever it shoots, it freezes and it destroys it, which is pretty cool. They try to use it on Godzilla, but every time, wherever, like, they're so close to getting Godzilla frozen, something always has to go wrong. Like, really? Always something has to go wrong. So, yeah. But that's basically the main story of the plot of the movie. So, this one is pretty decent, I would say. I mean, I would say this one's, like, as good as I would say, like, Godzilla 2000 or Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla, because there's nothing really special about this one either, except for a few things. Like, again, they changed Godzilla's design, which I think it wasn't that bad. I think he's not bad in this one, because he looks a lot like his design in Godzilla 2000. Except, the only difference and change is that the atomic ray, instead of the color orange, it's blue again. So, I guess we're back to classic atomic breath. But, for the main reason, what I really want to talk about most about this movie is Kiryu. So, I did a comparison in my Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla 2 review between the old and the 90s version. And I said the old one's kind of better because it looks more classic and mean and kind of scary. This is actually a pretty tough one, because like both Kiryu and the original Mechagodzilla in the original series are pretty cool, but I'm gonna have to pick Kiryu because the way how Kiryu looks is pretty interesting. Like he kind of has like the same design as the original Mechagodzilla, except this time having a lot more interesting weapons, and also being the good guy, which is pretty interesting. And of course, I love the spines on his back, like those big. Oh, I should probably grab an example. Like, Actually, this would be bad because he's got like the shoulder things. But like, if you look at his spines and everything, it looks really cool. And like he has, and you know, he kind of looks a lot like the original Mechagodzilla, except with little differences. But I highly prefer Kiryu the best. I mean, my favorite Mechagodzilla version from the Millennium series or the High Size or Shawa series is Kiryu. Kiryu is so cool. Like, even in the video games, I would play Kiryu the most. Because Kiryu is such a cool Mechagodzilla. I like the weapons. He shoots out his eyes and also his mouth, which is pretty cool. He also has like these weapon things from his shoulders that shoots missiles. Although that only happens in Tokyo SOS. But yeah, Kiryu is so cool. I mean, Kiryu is probably one of my favorite designs of Mechagodzilla. He's just really cool. And that's literally all I have to say for this movie. I mean, it's nothing special or anything, or human characters. Okay, and actually the human characters aren't that really interesting in this one either. But for the most part, if you just want to watch some entertainment monster fun, yeah, check this movie out. Mostly just skip to the parts with the fighting scenes. They're worth it. They're worth seeing. But right after Godzilla against Mechagodzilla comes to a really great direct sequel, which we will get to next time, Godzilla Tokyo SOS. So yeah, but for Godzilla against Mechagodzilla, it's a pretty decent one. It does kind of leaving me wishing for a little bit more. But overall, I like it. Overall, I like it as a decent movie. I say check this one out for a monster fun. I would give it a C+. That's what I'll give it. So, yeah. So, my question is, what do you think of Godzilla against Mechagodzilla? And also, what is your favorite Mechagodzilla design ever? Kiryu, Mechagodzilla 2, or just the original? Comment it down below. Check out my other videos. They're really cool. Like and subscribe. Like my page on Facebook. See ya.